It starts quiet, no big announcement. You're just a little kid, maybe 7, looking into your parents' eyes and seeing something broken. Addiction, rage, or just that empty, checked-out silence. And in that moment, without anyone saying a word, your tiny brain figures it out. If I don't hold this together, nobody will. That's how a child vanishes. Not by running away, but by disappearing inside. You smile bigger, you cry less. You learn to scan the room, read the mood before you even open your mouth. You turn into the family's emotional thermostat, keeping the peace, calming the storms, being the easy one. The world calls it maturity. You're so responsible. You're so strong. Nobody asks the real question. At what cost? This is the invisible grief of kids forced to grow up way too soon. And those effects don't fade when you turn 18. They follow you into your relationships, your job, how you see your own worth. If you don't face what happened, you'll keep repeating the same survival tricks that saved you back then, but now they're quietly wearing you down. Psychologists call this parentification. It's when a kid gets flipped into the caregiver role, becoming the parent, the peacemaker, the therapist, the protector. It's not just helping out, it literally rewires your brain. When you're constantly in charge of everyone's emotions, including keeping your own locked down, you develop hypervigilance. You're always on alert, scanning for the next problem, walking on eggshells. You learn love feels like a deal. Give peace, get safety. Your needs? They feel risky. Theirs? Urgent. So you shrink yourself. You become the good kid, the high achiever, the friend who fixes everyone else but never asks for anything. That mask fits so well even you forget it's there. But underneath, it hurts. That little kid you buried is still in there, quietly screaming, "Why didn't anyone take care of me?" As an adult, it gets more complicated. You might turn hyper-independent, refusing help, pushing people away, never feeling truly safe in love. Joy can feel weird or unearned, so you numb out during happy times. Resting feels wrong because being productive is the only way you've ever felt valuable. You might not even notice you're still in survival mode because chaos was your normal. Peace feels suspicious. Love feels like something you'll owe forever. Why does a kid step into that role? Not because they're weak, because they're smart. Kids will do anything to stay attached, to belong, even if it means abandoning themselves. It's instinct, pure biology. In a world without real safety, you trade your real self for connection. What saved you as a child now traps you as an adult. So many of us walk around looking like high-functioning winners, but inside, a neglected inner child is still pulling strings. We overachieve to earn love. We stay quiet to avoid rejection. We take care of everyone, secretly wishing someone would just ask, "Are you okay?" That deep fantasy that someone will finally see you're not as unbreakable as you pretend, and they'll hold you while you fall apart. That's not your adult self talking. That's the child who never got to be a child. Healing starts with witnessing, not fixing. Stop gaslighting yourself with, "It wasn't that bad," or "Others had it worse." Fine is just another mask. You know it. What happens to that grown-up kid? They carry invisible scars, always holding their breath in calm rooms, struggling to trust softness in relationships, giving endlessly but unable to receive, apologizing for tears, flinching at compliments, mixing up exhaustion with success. Boundaries feel like betrayal. Saying no feels dangerous. Friendships turn into therapy sessions where you're the listener, never the one sharing. Romantic partners get the over-functioning version, fixing, managing, explaining, while resentment builds quietly. These aren't flaws. They're old coping tools, learned young, conditioned deep. The good news, they're unlearnable. One powerful step. Ask your inner child, what did you need back then that nobody gave you? You might hear, someone to say it wasn't my fault. Someone to check on me. Permission to play, rest, laugh without fear. Then, slowly, give those things to yourself, not to erase the past, but to stop reliving it. This breaks the cycle of seeking parents and partners, mistaking anxiety for gut feelings, running from the kid you were. Carl Jung said something like, "No real growth happens without facing pain. People avoid their own soul at all costs. But healing means turning toward the neglected parts, the scared, angry, ashamed kid, and saying, 'I see you. I hear you. I'm not leaving.'" It's hard. It means feeling the grief you skipped, the birthdays ignored, the innocence lost while protecting adults who should have protected you. That grief isn't weakness. It's thawing. What was frozen is finally moving. If you grew up too fast, hear this. Your strength wasn't the issue. The issue was having no choice. But now you do. You can choose softness. You can choose rest. You can stop managing everyone's feelings and start honoring yours. It won't flip overnight. Some days you'll feel small again. That's good. Let that child come home. Let them cry. Let them play. Let them be seen. You're not broken. You're finally becoming whole. Not through pressure or fear, but through truth. You never got a real childhood, but you still have a future. And this time, you get to write it your way.